And this is all about figs. Figs, yes. I'm going to show you an amazing, incredible salad that I created with these amazing figs. Pero la prima cosa, the first thing that we need to do is to put on the fagioli. And today I have a beautiful fagioli that is full of wonderful little hearts and butterflies to remind us of love and to remind us of the butterfly. And I want to bring your attention to the fig because the fig is so wonderful for you. And I'm just going to share with you 10 different wonderful things that our figs are so good for you. This wonderful little guy, it relieves constipation, it lowers blood pressure, it's rich on antioxidants, and we need to maintain high antioxidants, controls diabetes, prevents cancer, increases vitality, treats anemia. So if you have anemia, this is very good for you to have figs. And right now, figs are in season. Well, in Florida, they're coming from California. These are Black Beauties. And right now, at my store is buy one, get one free, which for those that live here, Publix is where I got them. And also Trader Joe's also has them. It's high on calcium. It's very good for the heart. And it clears toxins out of the system, which we really need to clear the toxins out of our system. So I'm going to be utilizing, the start of our show, figs. I'm also going to be utilizing some beautiful romaine that has all been washed. I'm also going to be utilizing some purple kale. And I have 2 pieces left of my celery that I'm going to be using because if not, it's going to go bad. And I'm going to add that in there. I'm also going to be using just a very few tomatoes. I'm also going to be using some parsley with a little bit of cilantro. And then I'm going to be utilizing some green onions. I have an abundance of green onions that I need to use, so I'm going to be using them. If you don't have them, that's okay. You can omit them. I'm also going to be using with this, my goodness, I'm so excited. I'm going to be using some Kalamata olives, some green olives. I also have some goat cheese that I kind of rolled on some tomatoes, dried tomatoes that I rolled it in. I also going to be utilizing some wonderful Parmesan cheese, 1 lemon. I'm also going to be utilizing some walnuts. This is going to be a wonderful protein. I'm also going to be utilizing some crispy onions, because it's easier that way than trying to find all the other things. But this is what I actually used my own, but I found that I did it again with this and it's really tastier. I'm going to be utilizing some salt, some black pepper, some paprika, a little bit of cumin, a little bit of garlic powder. Talking about garlic, I'm going to be utilizing 3 tiny little cloves of garlic. And this is breadcrumbs that I have, and I put them in jars. And then whenever I need them, I take it out and they last me about a week or so. Okay, so I think we have everybody together. All right, so the first thing that I want to do is I am going to bring your attention to get yourself a nice plate, because it's going to be, I'm going to show you how to plate all of this and how to make this. So we're going to be making the salad dressing, and we're going to be doing all of that. I don't need my glasses. Let me put that away. And so the first thing I want to do is you want to get your romaine lettuce. And what I want to do is I definitely want to cut this portion right here. And remember, to have your little garbage pail over here. And then what I want to do is I have it in my hands like that. I just want to go in the middle like so. Okay? Because this salad will carry us from lunch, and we're also going to have it for dinner. And I found for my husband and I, 1 head of romaine, it really works for, if that's what you want to do. Because, we don't mind having this salad twice in 1 day, because salads are very, very, very good. And everything that I am using is all organic. So this is all organic romaine. Yes, there is organic romaine. And lots of times organic romaine is less expensive buying it organic than to get it, at a regular store that is not non-organic. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my kale, and the kale is very high on zinc, and right now we really need the zinc to fight off this, whatever this thing is. So there is this thing right over here, okay? So what I like to do is I like to make it like a taco, like so, and I'm just gonna remove this. Just be careful, safety first, and this goes out. That'll go into my compost. I have a bucket. I started my compost in a bucket, and it's a lot better that way. And then what you wanna do is, get it in your hands like so, guys, and just cut it really, really, really tiny. For those of you that do not like kale, this is the salad for you. Because the kale, you don't even know that the kale is there, okay? Trust me, and it's very good for your health. And I'm trying to teach, organic cooking, and I'm trying to teach you guys all these wonderful healthy things. And kale is wonderful, and kale comes in so many different varieties. They're so beautiful, and this is such a pretty salad. And it's not only pretty, it is healthy and delicious. And there's a lot of fiber in this, which is good for your body, for you to eliminate what is no longer needs to be in your body, keeping yourself nice and clean. And I'm just going to kind of let it rain a little bit like so. If it's too big, make sure you cut it. And I think that's the reason why a lot of people, they don't like kale, because they don't know how to use it. And trust me, I did not like kale for a long time. I stayed away from kale for a long time, but now I love it. Because I just started learning on how to work with it. So it's like so, okay? Super simple, super easy. All right, so now that we have these, now we're gonna get our little celery. And these little celery guys, gosh, they've lasted me a long time, and these are my organic ones. And what I want to do is take the celery. Can you guys see my board? I hope that you guys can see my board. Just cut it in the middle. Cut it in the middle. All right, and what you want to do is you just want to slice that. Slice it, slice it, slice it, slice it. Yep, simple, 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 simple. I came up with this salad because sometimes, we get tired of cooking. And, especially a lot of us are staying home, working from home. And, we get tired of always cooking. So this is a very wonderful salad. So it just goes just like that, just right on the top. Okay, very simple, very easy transaction. Let me put it over here so you guys can see. Maybe I should move it a little bit farther because I want to make sure that you guys really see all of this. Okay. So now that we have our salad over here, it's rocking and rolling, doing its thing. Okay, so now what I want to do here is I want to grab my figs. Now, how many figs? That is all up to you. I grew up eating figs. The first thing that my father started doing as soon as we moved from Pittsburgh to Florida, he planted a fig plant. And we always had figs. And figs are so wonderful for you. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to use 4 figs. Oops, excuse me. 4 figs. And I'm just going to take the tips off just like that, guys. See that? Just like that. Just take the tip off. And oh my goodness, these guys are beautiful. Wait till I show you how beautiful they are. Look at that. Oh, I just love. And we're going to be working with figs this week, guys. So this is not the only recipe that I'm going to be showing you with figs. This is going to be a cold salad, but I'm also going to be showing you another salad that we will be warming up the figs. So then what I do is after I cut my fig in half, I cut it in half again. I want to taste my fig. And what I'm going to start doing is I'm just going to start arranging it around my plate. Okay? And like I said, right now figs are buy one, get one free. So right now it's the season and they're coming from California. I like to find out where my food comes from. Because, I ask questions. I will go in the back and I will talk to the managers. I want to know where my food is coming from. Don't you want to know where your food is coming from? All right, so now you will have it arranged like so. On the sides. Okay, so now in the middle, we got this marvelous, wonderful things that we want to do. So what I want to do is I want to take a cherry tomato, I'm going to cut it in half, and then I'm going to cut it in half again. It's not going to have a lot of tomatoes, it's only going to have a few tomatoes, Just a few, you know, if you can't have tomatoes, I would omit the tomatoes, but if you can eat tomatoes and it didn't bother you, that's a wonderful thing. And this is a very, very pretty, remember I always talk to you guys about that we, you know, that we eat with our eyes, because if it's appealing to us, we're going to want to eat it. All right, so what I'm just going to do is I'm just kind of arranging, you know, maybe I'm just using just two cherry tomatoes. Very simple, very easy transaction. You see how simple and easy that is. Okay, so then what I want to do now is I want to take my wonderful olives, and I do have a little fork here, and I'm just going to use my hands, because the olives, guys, I'm just going to rearrange them. Just kind of drop them whatever you want, you know, you think is going to be pretty. If you like a lot of green olives, use a lot of green olives. And if you don't like a lot of green olives, you know, just a few olives. Because what it is, this is going to be a sweet and savory, every bite, you know, you want to get into that, and every bite is going to be sweet and savory and delicious. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to take my Kalamata olives. My Kalamata olives, I like to cut them in half, because, you know, they do have a big punch. And I grew up in Kalamata olives. I grew up eating olives. You know, we were always eating olives. The favorite thing that we would love to do is to have dry bread, hard bread, nice hard cheese, and olives, and lots of times, you know, if we had figs, and figs in Italian, in my Haratano, the way that we would say fig. Are you guys ready? You ready? Figu. Figu. Watch how you say it, huh? It's not that other word. Hey, hey. Figu. Figs. Okay, so now, you know, you have these wonderful things right here. All right, so then now to that, I want to take my goat cheese, because, you know, I have this beautiful goat cheese, and I like goat cheese on this because it just gives it a little something, and you wonder, wow, where did that come from? And I'm telling you, this is a salad, you know, I think this is a salad for kings and queens. And we are a bunch of kings and queens, you know what? And sometimes, you know, we have to give ourselves permission to have such wonderful things like this. And this, again, and I'm going to be showing you the salad dressing that is amazing that goes into this. It's going to be amazingly beautiful. Okay, I have this nice wet thing right here. All right, now what I want to do to this, because it's just like that and it's beautiful like so. You see that? See how simple and easy. Now what I want to do is I want to bring your attention to mozzarella. I am going to be using some mozzarella, because mozzarella, it's creamy, and mozzarella has its own personality, and it doesn't compete with anything. If anything, it just adds creaminess. If you don't want to eat, you know, if you can't have the cheese, omit the cheese, but I really recommend the cheese because it's very delicious. And as you can see, I am not really using that much. I'm just using a little bit, because with this I can make pizza, this mozzarella, I can do all kinds of things. Okay, so now that I have this deliciousness like so, now what I want to do to this is I want to take my walnuts, and then, you know, I just kind of like to cut them, and I just kind of like to drop them. You know, usually I know that sometimes people have walnuts with spinach, but trust me, this salad, it is amazing. It is amazing and delicious, and you can have this salad for when you start having friends over. And I don't have a name for it because I created it. And I like to create, and I have another salad I created yesterday, because I love salads, and in Florida it's really, really hot. So you know how much walnuts, it all depends on how much walnuts you want for yourself. It's all about taste. Okay, so then what I want to do to this, I just want to kind of clear the decks a little bit over here. I still have my crunchy onions. I have not forgotten about the crunchy onions. And I still have my lemon, because that's going to be for my salad dressing. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to, I ran out of my cheese, so I don't have any grated. So I'm just going to grate a little bit, because I find that this is like a salty taste, and it just marries everybody together. So how much of this cheese, it all depends on you. As you can see, I'm not going to be utilizing a lot, just a little bit of that cheese, just a little bit of that cheese, not too much. I got quite a bit of cheese going on. And the thing is guys, you can have this as long as in portion control. Portion control. You see that? Look at this beautiful salad. Okay, so now for the salad dressing. All right, just get yourself one of these guys. Super easy, super fast. I am not going to mess around too much with this because this is going to be easy, easy, easy. We're going to be utilizing some Greek yogurt. If you don't have Greek yogurt, sour cream would work, okay? But I like to use yogurt a lot. Actually, I rather use yogurt than mayonnaise now. I have really moved away from all of that. All right, so what I want to do here is, as you can see, you know, I don't need to really clear the decks too much, is that I have some parsley and I have some cilantro. And what I want to do is I want to take approximately about a good tablespoon of each. So we are going to chop some cilantro and we are going to chop some parsley. Oh yeah, oh come on now, doesn't want to help here. And I'm just going to chop this up real quick. Very simple, simple transaction. Very easy, guys. You still have your little grater over here because what we're going to do is I'm going to grate the garlic. And I am going to put it all in here because this is, you know, we're cooking here. I mean, we're cooking, but we're not cooking. Does that make sense? You know, we're not cooking over anything. And you know, and sometimes, you know, we forget that we can make our own salad dressings, and we can utilize all of our organic, wonderful things that we have. You know, I grow all of these. I grow my oregano. I grow my parsley, I grow all of my herbs, and I can't, for some reason, I just don't seem to be doing very well with growing cilantro. Excuse me. Cilantro is one thing that it eludes me. I don't know what it is. Okay, so I have my thing right here, and out of this, I'm going to need a tablespoon, just a tablespoon, okay? So even if I'm not going to use this, okay, even though I'm not going to use this right here, guys, I can put this in a little container, and I can use it for later when I want to make more on my wonderful. Or let me show you this. Take your beautiful salad and just put it on top of that. I know you got the cheese in there, but it doesn't matter. Why does the cheese always have to be on top? Why can't the cheese be in the middle like that? It's not going to hurt anything. It's, you know, it's really moving away from what we know. Boy, that we have been moving away a lot from what we know. Okay, so now we have this over here. Super simple. All right, to this, what I want to do is I want to add some paprika. Yes, you know, maybe like a tablespoon of paprika. Okay, for the cumin though, watch the cumin. The cumin, I'm just going to use a half a teaspoon. A half a teaspoon, guys, because cumin goes a long ways, and we don't want it to be too, and that's because I want to give it a smoky taste, a smoky flavor. And that's one thing that my husband loved about it, because my husband really, he's the one that tastes everything. And he's the one that tells me, you know what, I love that smokiness. What was that? And that's because I had used a little bit of the cumin. And now just what I'm going to do is, you know, more garlic, because we need more. And this is just a very tiny teaspoon of granulated garlic. I have not used my breadcrumbs yet. And I just want to use maybe like a teaspoon of black pepper. Make it tasty, yummy, yummy. All right, let me get my garlic over here. You know, if you don't want to grate it, you don't want to go through all that trouble, you know, you can put through one of those little things that you have to clean later. But you know what? I find that grating or chopping, it's just, I don't know, it's just tastier. It just gives it more flavor to me. So what I want to do is I want to get my little thing over here, since I have it over here, and I just kind of want to, you know, grate the garlic. And trust me, I want to grate all of my garlic. And be careful, don't let, you know, the bigger pieces. And then what I'm going to do, whatever I cannot grate, is I'm going to chop. Because you know why? Why throw things away when you can use it? And garlic is very good for you. It's a natural antiseptic, and it's wonderful. And we discussed garlic before. Okay, so now here's my tiny little 3. As you can see, I still have a lot of, you know, my wonderful greens over here, which is fine. And just kind of chop this very, 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 very thin. I don't mind, you know, munching on garlic, but if you don't want to munch on garlic, I recommend you to please You know, I could just eat garlic raw. That's how much I love garlic, but that's me. All right, so then, you know, we're gonna get a lemon over here, and I'm just gonna get it cut. In the meantime, I'm gonna grab another tablespoon, because what I wanna do is I wanna take a good heaping tablespoon of my Greek yogurt. Goes in there. And if the Greek yogurt has the water, by all means, add some of the water in there. You know, we're always throwing the water away from the yogurt. This is the time to use the water from the yogurt. And you're going to go, what, you're going to put yogurt, lemon in yogurt? Oh my gosh, it's going to be a disaster. Oh no, it's not going to be a disaster. It's going to be super yummy. All right, so now I am going to get my lemon. And I'm just going to squeeze a lemon. Oh, my goodness. This is one juicy lemon. All right. And it's going to be very lemony because you want it to be lemony to cut through all of that. So I'm going to be using an entire little lemon. And I know it looks scary, guys. I know it looks scary. All right, then with the same fork, I'm just going to, you know, mushy, like so. And it's going to be this beautiful pink color. All right, so what I want to do now is I want to taste this because now I want to salt this. Because, you know, just a little tiny pinch, guys. Just a tiny little pinch. Oh, yeah. Oh, baby, yeah. Oh, yes, baby. Oh, yes, baby. Okay, let me get something to taste. Because we got to taste. All right, now we're going to taste. Oh. It's so refreshing. It's so refreshing. So now, I'm just going to add a little bit more of my... So it'll be 2 tablespoons, guys. I'm using 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons of the yogurt. Okay, just keep mixing it. All right, and it's going to be thick. So what I would do is I would grab myself some water. Let me just get it. And I'm just going to grab a little bit of water. Let me see, what do I have? Oh, here we go. And so I very little water, just to kind of loosen it up, okay? Because that's what we want to do. Oh, yes. Oh, this is looking good. All right, let me taste it again from the other side. Oh. And then what I would do is I would just take my wonderful salad and I would just gently, oh yeah. Oh yeah, just like that. Just like that. And then, if you guys want to really make it even more tastier, is I like to put some paprika in my hands, and I just kind of want to you know, or you could just go from the top. Because I just wanted to just rain a little bit, just like a little rain. All right, look at this beautiful ensalada. Oh my goodness gracious. Let me show you. And this is what we made, guys. This beautiful salad. Look at this beautiful salad that you made. Okay, baby, that's all I have for today. This beautiful salad. Enjoy. It's for your health. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you. Take care of yourself. Be kind. Be gracious. Wear your mask. Do your part. And join me tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be amazing. We are going to be using figs and figs and figs. I love you. I love you. Ciao, ciao, belly. Ciao, ciao. Oh, che bellezza. E questi così. I am trying, okay? I am trying, but it's not working. So let me see how we can end this.